Hello, friends. I am here to show you how to use Zoom, which is the program or the app that we're going to use to have our meeting where we can see each other on video and talk to each other in real time. If you've never used Zoom before, this should be pretty helpful. If you have, then this could just be a little bit of a refresher and to help you kind of understand what it's going to look like for us. So let's get started. First, you are going to receive an invite. For me, you're going to receive this through a link. Some teachers will send an invite in a little bit of a different way, but it's pretty much the same. Sometimes there's a meeting ID number and a password, but I will not be sending an invite that way. Mine will be just a simple link that you click. So I will send it via email, which it will look like this, and it's just going to be a link, and I'll probably type up, come to the meeting. I will also send it on Remind. So if you have Remind on your phone, this is what it will look like. And if you have Remind on your computer, this is what it will look like. So once you find the link, you are going to click it. That is step 2. Click the link to join the meeting. If you're on your computer to do this, which is a pretty useful way to do Zoom because it's a bigger screen and you can see more. This is what you will see. It'll pop up, take you to the Zoom page, and this little pop-up will say, do you want to open Zoom? It's not really going to work unless you do that. So if you don't have Zoom on your computer or on your phone, you're going to have to download that. It will prompt you to do that. But it's free, so that is handy, and it will most likely ask you to make an account, so you can just do that through your email. But once you do download it, it should bring you right to the meeting. If not, then just go back and click the link again, and it should work. So once you open up the app on your laptop or on your phone, it's going to ask you to see if you want to join with the video or join without video. You can click join without video at first if you'd like, but usually you just want to click join with video. This is what it'll look like on your laptop. And over here, this is what it'll look like if you're using your phone. The video will be shut off, so you'll have to click that to turn it on. And it will also be asking you about audio so that we can hear you. So you're going to want to click call via device audio. The audio part comes at a different time on a laptop, but it will prompt you. So you're going to join with video on your computer, join with video and audio on your phone. Once you select that, we go to step 4. Step 4 is that you're going to be put into a waiting room. And what this is it's a place where you're going to wait for me or whoever is hosting the meeting to let you in. So on a laptop, this is what you will see. It will say, please wait. The meeting host will let you in soon. And then if you're on your phone, it will actually look like you're in the meeting, but nobody else is there. But you're technically in a waiting room until the host lets you in. You'll see your own video screen, you'll see yourself and whatnot, but nobody else can see you or hear you yet. The host has to allow you in. So you'll sit in the waiting room until I am ready to let you in, and that might take a moment depending on how many people join at the same time. So when you're sitting in the waiting room, I will admit you in. Once you're in, it's time to chat. We'll all be in there together. And so those are the steps to joining the meeting. But there are some other things that might be helpful for you while we're in the meeting. So I want to show you some other functions. So compliments to my dad and my brother for being willing to pose for screenshots so I can share this with you. There are 2 ways to set up your screen during the Zoom meeting. This over here, if you look at my cursor, this is called gallery view. It's like a gallery of all of us together. If there's more than 3, it'll make our boxes smaller and it'll fit more. And then Over here is speaker view. What speaker view is there will be a big box, and then the rest of us will be small up here. The person who is in the big box is the one that is talking. It will recognize who is speaking and put them in the big box, and it automatically switches based on who is speaking. You'll see in the corner here is how you switch that back and forth. So if you're in gallery view and you would rather it be in speaker view, you click this right here, speaker view, and vice versa. If you are in speaker view and you'd rather be in gallery, you click that, and you can go back and forth. I personally like gallery view because we can see everybody at once. I, as the host, will have the ability to what's called spotlight somebody. So if I would like someone to share, I can spotlight them and it will make their box bigger and you don't have to do anything about it. It'll just happen. And then I can turn that off and then we'll go all back to normal size. Now, this is what it'll look like on the laptop. You can also switch this on the phone. If you're using Zoom on your phone, this is what gallery view looks like, and this is what speaker view looks like. So in gallery view, it's going to be a little harder to fit lots of people in one screen. If you see these little bubbles, you're going to start out most likely in speaker view. You can see the middle bubble is kind of highlighted here. You will swipe over and that will bring you to gallery. And then you can swipe back and forth. If there's too many people in phone view, you'll probably have multiple pages of boxes to scroll through to see everybody. And in fact, let me go back to laptop view. It'll be like that as well if there's a lot of us in the Zoom meeting. For gallery view on the laptop, there will be a way to click over to the next page to see the rest of us. So it just depends on how many are able to join us. You might have to look at 2 different screens to see everybody. So those are the 2 ways you can have your screen set up for the meeting. There's also some other functions like video, audio, and leaving the meeting. You will see all of this at the bottom of your computer screen if you're using your laptop. The only things that you really need to be concerned about are these, which this is to mute yourself so that nobody else can hear you. This is to turn your video off if for some reason you need to turn the video off. And over here is to leave if you need to leave early or if the meeting's over. This is the red button that says leave meeting. These in the middle here are not really anything that you need to utilize during our class meetings. In fact, the chat will most likely be disabled, and so will the share screen function, so that, if your kiddo accidentally presses those, nothing will happen and nothing will interrupt the meeting. Also, I ask that you don't record. For privacy purposes, please do not record the meeting. And if you do by chance click that by accident, we cannot post it anywhere. It cannot be on social media of any kind. There's also these little reactions, which just are like thumbs up and waves. You can play around with that, but it's not necessary. Now, this is the laptop. On the phone view, here we go again with the mute and the stop the video if you need to. For this, it says end because I was the meeting host. For you, it should say leave. And again, there's other buttons that aren't necessary. This is on the phone. This is how you turn your camera around so that it's facing the other direction instead of selfie mode. This is so you can turn to the other camera if you need to. Just know that as the meeting host, I will have the ability, and whoever is hosting your meeting will have the ability to mute and unmute whoever. I may utilize this if there's excessive noise. We're going to be really excited to see each other and talk to each other, and it can be difficult to hear. So after things get rolling, I may utilize the mute button and mute everybody. And then when it's somebody's turn to talk and share, I can unmute them. So don't be alarmed if you notice that you're not hearing other people. It is most likely because either they muted themselves by accident or your host did it for them. That way it can kind of run smoothly and we can be patient and respectful and be able to hear people when they are speaking. Um, for Leader and me, as you guys know, we seek first to understand and then to be understood. And that's what we're going to practice here. We're going to make sure that we are able to listen to one another and take turns speaking and be respectful. So I am very excited to use this program and to be able to see all of your faces and to hear what you guys have been up to. So let me know if you have any questions. I will send out a date and a time for when this meeting will happen, and hopefully you guys can make it. I would love to see you. If not, we will have another meeting the next week, and it could very well be at a different time or day. I'm not entirely sure yet. Um, but let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to your teacher if they're your host and not me, and they will help you. All right. Thanks, guys.